In this example, we're going to look at a different aspect of quantifying matter. We are asked to find the percent composition of a compound. You need to avoid just memorizing things and rotely going through these problems. If you're not certain what you're supposed to do, look at the term and break it apart. Percent composition, components. We're looking at the components, so obviously we're going to look at the elements, and in this case 3 elements that make up this compound, and percent. So I want to know what portion or what proportion of this compound is made up of lithium, carbon, and oxygen. Percent compositions, though, they're based upon mass. So we're going to have to first find the molar mass of this compound. So I start with lithium. I see that there are 2 lithium atoms. I look up the mass on the periodic table and multiply that out, and I get 13.88. I do the same thing for carbon. There are 2 carbons. They weigh 12.01, so we get 24.02 contribution from carbon. And finally, the third element, oxygen, there are 4 times the mass, which is 16, gives me 64. I sum them, and I get 101.90 grams for the molar mass. So now I want to know what portion of that total is lithium, what portion is carbon, and what portion is oxygen. So going through each of those, I take lithium's contribution and figure out what percent that is. I take carbon's contribution, figure out its percent, and then I take oxygen's contribution, which is the biggest, and figure out that percent. Then I simply do the math, following significant figures. It's as simple as that. So for this compound, 13.62% is lithium by mass, 23.57% is carbon by mass, and the majority, 62.81%, is oxygen by mass. That's how you do percent composition.